The Quantum Leap Christmas Hardcore Seminar will be the first time that, as far as I know, or as far as my people have told me, where it's going to simulate a business school environment, in that we're going to cover a lot of case studies. What will be different is that the case studies that we're going to cover, in addition to classic case studies that come out of business schools, will be their own case studies. And those case studies will be presented. The information's already been given me, and I've been putting it in proper order. I asked all the participants, I want you to give me all the information that you believe you need to buy a business, to sell a business, and to merge your business into another business. And I've allowed them to give 2 case studies each. Some gave 1, some gave 3. And a couple that have no businesses gave none. But the idea is, for the first time, they're going to be able to see how a professional analytic mind like mine looks at their deal, as opposed to how they looked at their deal. Because just to give you a dichotomy, I've been given information based on what I just told you about. All the information you think you need to buy a business, sell a business, or merge your business. I've been given information from some of the participants as much as 300 pages and as little as 300 words. Now, needless to say, one of those 2 is probably wrong. Now, don't be deluded into the idea that the 300 pages is right, and don't discount the 300 words totally. But most people make investment decisions with too little information. One of the my pet peeves, or one of my favorite sayings, is I learned from one of my mentors, Costa Grazos, who was the CEO of NASA Shipping Lines. He said, the more you investigate, Mr. Peña, the less you have to invest. Meaning, the more you do due diligence, the more you investigate the project, the higher the probability you're going to come up with a reason not to do the deal. And in that same vein, T. Boone Pickens told me, at least 30 years ago, if you want to do a deal bad enough, Danny, you'll do a bad deal. And so there is a fine line. How much due diligence do you do? And how much do you push to get the deal done, but making sure that you don't get a bad deal? And that's what we're going to cover for the 10 days here. And it'll be the first time, notwithstanding all these kids have gone through the QLA seminar, and many of them have already passed their year-long free mentorship, and some are still within the year-long free mentorship. This is going to be additional information that they never got before. You can't get on a podcast, you can't get in a newsletter, you can't get on a blog. It's going to be for the first time, and they can take this information and go forward. I'm asked the question, am I going to have another hardcore? I don't know. This is the first time for myself. It's the first time for the castle during the holiday season. I'm not sure I'll do it at the holiday season if we do a second one, but it shows the commitment of these kids. And I call you all kids because I'm either old enough to be your father or your grandfather. It shows the commitment, because most of them are being away from their families. One is bringing his wife, but most are away from their families. So what level of commitment would you be willing to make to be a high-performance person? Maybe that's what differentiates you now from the high-performance people you may read about or hear. It's a big sacrifice. I mean, people that are high-performance understand there's a pay price to action. That means there's a price that you have to pay. And these young people are paying that price by being away from their families over the holidays. But we're going to make it as pleasant as we can for them at Christmas. I'm not going to dress up like Santa Claus, but we'll have a good time, and we're going to have a couple of festive days to coincide with Christmas and New Year's. So watch us on YouTube. You can find all the information, and again, all my information is free on my website, danpeña.com. And pay attention, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, etc. Thank you very much.